Hi, I'm Christian Doom, Director of Development at HopeNet. I want to thank you for joining us today for our first day of focus during our HopeArt 2020 virtual fundraising event. Today we are focusing on the heart of the matter. You will hear from a few of our donors as to why they support our mission and why they believe mental health services are so important in our community. First, we would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor. Thank you to Capstone MD for providing support to our cause and being such a wonderful part of our community. As we all know, 2020 has been the year of the pandemic. Even before COVID-19, we have seen a rise in mental health issues, and HopeNet has been working hard to make sure the Wichita community has access to services that were once thought to be available only to those that could afford it. HopeNet has changed this conversation to providing mental health services to anyone that needs it, because with donations from our donors, they are able to make it affordable to everyone. HopeNet has been offering services to the underserved for over 25 years. We are excited to highlight a few of our donors and hope you find inspiration from their stories.
Hi, my name is Julie Kees, and the world of selfie videos is really new to me, so I'm not even really totally sure where to be looking at my camera, but here we go. I spend a lot of time walking around my neighborhood in College Hill with my crazy puppy, and I'm seeing a lot of these act now signs, and what they're doing is they're encouraging folks towards real action when it comes to social injustice and racial equality and a lot of things that we know are really on the forefront of what's going on in our nation, in our city, and just really on the forefront. And so it's really gotten me thinking a lot about how I could act now in my spheres of influence to really see real change in the city I live in Wichita. I have a real heart for those issues. I would say I have a bleeding heart for those issues, but oftentimes I just feel really overwhelmed on what I could possibly do to make a dent in any of those really large social problems. And so then I end up feeling just overwhelmed and I don't take any real meaningful action. And I especially have a heart for those who are born into poverty and are stuck in the cycles that keep people in poverty. And that's one of the reasons why I love HopeNet, because I think that sometimes that political divide isn't as much about what you care about and what you want to see change in, but it's about how you think that change should happen and what vehicle is it that could make a change in people's lives who are stuck in those cycles of poverty and are marginalized in our culture. So I love the idea of supporting HopeNet because I believe it is a way that we can work towards real change in our city. HopeNet offers counseling and coaching on a sliding scale for people who cannot afford it. And one of the things that I know is that when you think about these problems, they are just deeper than throwing money at something. The work of this sort takes a real investment in people, in broken people, and in walking alongside them in a real way over a stretch of time. And so I don't believe personally that programs that just throw money at a situation are really going to see major change. And so I love HopeNet because I believe it gives access to people. We're all broken and we might all need help at different times, but I believe that HopeNet makes that accessible to people. And right now and always, HopeNet has a waiting list for people who are asking for help, who are looking for help in their broken state, looking for coaching to get their life back in order. And this is the way that people's lives will really change. And I believe an organization like HopeNet over the long run is going to be exactly what helps to change people's lives for the better and breaks those cycles of poverty. And I really believe that the fields are white with harvest. There is a line for what HopeNet is offering, and they're offering it in the name of Jesus, and they're offering it real healing that comes from hearing the gospel, but also the real healing that comes from having someone come alongside you and teach you the things that you weren't privileged enough to be taught or to be modeled. And so when I think about Act Now, I think about partnering with places like HopeNet that are on the front lines. I think that's a real tangible thing we can do for our city to see change. And so when I think of acting now, I think a lot about coming alongside an organization like HopeNet, and even more now in this time where they can't have a banquet. They can't have us all come together with COVID-19. And we need more than ever to show up and act now to invest in the organizations that we believe can really make an eternal difference, but also make a radical difference in the lives of the people who receive counseling and coaching there. So I would just love to encourage you to dig deep and to support the organizations, to put your money and your time and your talent towards organizations that are seeking the good of our city and that really are coming alongside broken people and seeing healing and restoration. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Angela Wright, and I wanted to send just a brief, quick video to let you know why I'm such a huge supporter of HopeNet. I think our community is so amazingly blessed to have this resource. I mean, wow, what a blessing. My story is about my mom, and I had an amazing mom. She was loving, she was selfless, so selfless. She was amazing. She was also diagnosed with schizophrenia when she was 19 years old, which was 3 years before I was born. You know, when you're a kid and you have a parent that has mental illness, you know something's different than your friend's parents. You know something's not right. So as a kid, and especially a teenager, you don't talk to anybody about it. You hold it in because it's embarrassing. And I can remember when I learned about HopeNet, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I could have talked to somebody. I could have shared my story. I could have, just shared to try and get help on how to deal with my mom. Although my mom and I didn't have that, I'm so incredibly happy for people that do have that now. It's an amazing resource with HopeNet. So I pray that those of us that are blessed enough, we can really give back to HopeNet. In this day and age, there are so many mental health issues, depression, anxiety, obviously schizophrenia, bipolar. So those of us that can help, let's help. I really feel like for me, that would have been a game changer if I would have had that. It would have made those sleepless nights maybe a little less sleepless. It always feels good when you feel like you're doing something. So I wish I would have had that, and I'm so happy for those people that do. So let's support HopeNet, and cheers and kudos to HopeNet. You guys are amazing, and just blessings for mental health. Thanks, you guys.
A special thanks to all of our donors. HopeNet relies on donations to provide countless hours of therapy to individuals, families, and groups within our community. We would love to have you join us. Please register for our virtual event and check out our silent auction items. If auctions aren't your thing, but you love what we are doing and you want to support our clients, please click on the donor support button within our silent auction items. You can choose the level you are able to support, and our clients will be forever grateful for the chance to change not only their lives, but perhaps the lives of their friends and family. Thank you for watching today, and please come back tomorrow as we focus on counseling in a pandemic. You will hear from Jolynn Bright, our programs director at HopeNet, on how our organization pivoted to telemental health when the pandemic hit, and what we are doing today as we continue to deal with the pandemic and the growing numbers of mental health issues within our community. And don't forget to register. We will see you tomorrow.